Welcome friends, the game I'm about to show you today will be very unusual and it's called IE Story Quest. Just imagine yourself a story, write it in a chat and IE will create it for you. And you will be free to make any choices, anything at all, everything is possible. But maybe you have a question, what is IE? I don't know friends, I think it's some kind of spirit living in my computer. Well, I imagine myself a story. Start a wizard worm adventure on mysterious island. Okay, let's see what AE prepared for us. Well, let's just click enter button and see what happens. Story quest. Next chapter. Loading. Okay, and while it's loading, it will be nice if you
You
leave
find
a
yourself
like.
on a mystical island filled with otherworldly flora and fauna. As you explore the island, you stumble upon a massive worm-like creature that appears to be made entirely out of writhing arcane energy. Suddenly, the worm speaks to you telepathically, revealing itself as the wizard worm, a powerful being that has been imprisoned on the island for centuries. The wizard worm tells you that it needs your help to escape its prison and defeat its captor, the evil sorcerer who has been using its power for his own selfish purposes. But to do so, you will need to traverse the dangerous terrain of the island and gather powerful artifacts that will aid you in your battle against the sorcerer. Will you accept the wizard worm's request for help?
Amazing, guys, it's just amazing, mind-blowing. The whole new story. I was Wizard Worm, but now it's a character of the game. Okay, of course, we will gather all artifacts. Yes. And loading again. Hey, what do you have for me? Mind-blowing. Game made by AE, and every time you will have different story. Hey, where is voiceover?
The wizard worm instructs you to find 3 artifacts: the Staff of Arcane Flames, the Belt of Beastial Might, and the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge. Each artifact is guarded by a powerful creature that you must defeat in order to claim it. The first artifact, the Staff of Arcane Flames, is held by a fire elemental deep in the heart of the island's volcano. You must navigate the treacherous terrain and battle the elemental to claim the staff. Once you have the staff, the wizard worm guides you to the next artifact, the Belt of Beastial Might, which is held by a fierce minotaur in a labyrinthine maze of tunnels beneath the island's surface. You must outwit the minotaur and defeat it in combat to obtain the belt. Finally, you must travel to an ancient temple on the coast of the island to retrieve the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge. The temple is guarded by a cult of hooded figures who worship the evil sorcerer that holds the wizard worm captive. You must infiltrate the temple and defeat the cultists to claim the tome. With all 3 artifacts in your possession, you return to the wizard worm and prepare for your final confrontation with the sorcerer. But as you approach his lair, you realize that he has an army of dark creatures at his command. And defeating him will not be easy. Will you be able to harness the power of the artifacts and defeat the sorcerer? Or will the island fall under his dark rule forever?
Okay, let's travel to volcano first.
As you journey to the island's volcano to retrieve the Staff of Arcane Flames, you traverse rocky terrain and feel the heat from the molten lava below. As you enter the volcano's caverns, you hear the hissing and crackling of fire. Without warning, you are confronted by a towering fire elemental. It bellows a challenge before engaging you in a fierce battle. You take out the Staff of Arcane Flames and unleash its fiery power against the elemental. The staff crackles with energy and the lava surrounding you turns to steam as you defeat the monster in an epic magical battle. As the fire elemental crumbles into ash, the staff absorbs its fiery essence. giving it even greater power. With your first artifact in hand, you venture deeper into the thrumming heart of the volcano, empowered and full of determination.
Okay, let's try this. Let's find some treasures. Volcano must have some treasures inside. Stuff is good, of course, but we need more.
As you venture deeper into the volcano, you start to see glimmers of something shiny and reflective in the rocks around you. You realize that there is a treasure stash hidden amongst the fiery caverns. With caution, you scour the area and find a hidden cache of magical artifacts and ancient gold. As you marvel at the hoard, you notice something strange. A glimmering book, with leathery pages intricately marked with symbols and runes that you've never seen before. It is the Book of Flickering Flames, a powerful tome that contains ancient fire magic capable of scorching entire armies.
Okay.
You could take the Book of Flickering Flames and wield its power against your enemies. But you can also leave it behind. The choice is yours.
No, I can't leave it behind. I'll just take the book.
You decide to take the Book of Flickering Flames with you. As you pick up the ancient book, you feel its weight in your hands, both physical and magical. Holding such an item of power gives you a sense of awe. As you marvel at your new acquisition, you whisper an incantation written in the text, and your hands burst into flames. The flames quickly extinguish, but you now feel a surge of magical energy coursing through you. Feeling invigorated, you continue on your quest to retrieve the other artifacts. The Book of Flickering Flames will surely aid you in your battles to come.
Let's try something crazy. Let's ask book to tell us a joke. And they draw in these pictures right
As
out
you
of
flip through the
nowhere.
pages of the Book of Flickering Flames, you come across a strange passage. It reads, "Why did the fire wizard refuse to laugh at the joke? Because it was too embarrassing." Quote, you chuckle at the cheesy pun, and wonder what other strange passages the book might hold.
Okay. Temple, I believe. Temple and something else. A maze. Yes. Volcano, maze and temple.
As you venture towards the temple, you scan the horizon and see the structure standing tall on the rocky coast. Large arches support the roof. Ornate statues line the perimeter, and strange chanting echoes from the stone walls. This must be your destination. As you approach the entrance, you notice that a group of hooded figures are guarding the gates. They are the cult of the sorcerer, and they all have their eyes on you. Quick thinking is needed to navigate through and confront the sorcerer. You decide to wear a hooded cloak and join the cult. With a deep voice, you announce your arrival and declare that you're there to become one of them. The cultists eye you suspiciously but welcome you inside the temple. As you move deeper through the temple, you hear strange whispers and sounds echoing through the halls. You eventually reach an inner chamber where the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge is supposed to be kept. Guarding it is a mage, empowered by the sorcerer to protect the Forbidden Tome. You realize that the tome won't be yours without a fight. If you want to advance, you will have to face the mage in a battle of magic.
Okay, let's try to cast an ice spell.
You ready your magical powers for the coming battle and take a deep breath. As the mage approaches, you focus your mind and unleash a powerful ice spell, creating a wall of frost between you and your opponent. The mage is taken by surprise, and the ice blocks his path, giving you an opportunity to act. You dash forward and hurl a ball of fire at the mage, and he retaliates with a bolt of lightning. You dodge his energy bolt and counterattack with a surge of magical energy. You clash with the mage. raining fire and ice spells before finally trapping him in a cage of vines. Panting, the mage falls to his knees, acknowledging defeat. With the mage defeated, you claim the tome, feeling its power pulsing through your fingertips. As you tuck it away into your bag, you maneuver your way out of the temple without anyone suspecting your true intentions.
I'm impressed, friends, I'm so impressed. This is just mind-blowing. A whole story where you can do anything at all. Please guys, leave me a comment, what do you think about this game? And you can play it just from browser. No downloading or something else is needed. But let's summon a huge parrot and fly to a maze.
With the Tome of Forbidden Knowledge in your possession, you decide to head to the next location to retrieve the Belt of Beastial Might. Instead of walking, you decide to use your magical abilities to your advantage. You clothe yourself in some enchanted feathers and summon a magical giant parrot to take you to the labyrinthine maze. The huge parrot appears in front of you in a flurry of colored feathers and flaps its wings. You climb onto its back, feeling the wind ruffle your hair as the parrot takes off. You navigate through the thick jungle, soaring above the swaying treetops. As you approach the entrance to the labyrinthine maze, you see a minotaur standing guard in all of his ferocity. The maze is known to have confounded many brave warriors with its confusing twists and turns. And the minotaur is there to ensure that no one will be able to get through. As you land softly onto the ground, the minotaur bellows his displeasure and raises his axe. However, your magical powers are not to be underestimated. And with the tome in your hand, you feel stronger than ever before. You walk onto the path, ready to face the labyrinthine maze and the legendary minotaur that protects the belt you seek.
Okay, and this time let's try something really stupid. And probably I write sponge incorrectly, completely incorrectly. But you must be smart.
As you approach the minotaur, you realize that this may not be a task that you can take on alone. You take a moment to assess the situation and think of any allies that could help you in this situation. Suddenly, you remember a square-panted friend who might be able to lend a hand. You pull out your smartphone and send out a message to your old friend SpongeBob, hoping that he'll be able to help. Almost immediately, he responds with excitement and tells you he'll be there soon. Within minutes, you see a familiar figure waddling towards you. It's SpongeBob SquarePants. He has his trusty spatula at the ready, prepared to help you take on the Minotaur and navigate the dangerous labyrinth. Together, the two of you take on the Minotaur, fighting valiantly with your magic and SpongeBob's cooking skills. You make your way through the maze, each twist and turn more treacherous than the last, but with SpongeBob's unwavering optimism and your determination, you finally reach the end. At the center of the maze, you find the Belt of Beastial Might, gleaming with magical power. As you reach out to claim your prize, you feel a chill run down your spine as you hear whispers of the dreaded Necronomicon. You know that your journey is far from over and that the greatest challenges lie ahead.
Okay, now we have every artifact this game have to offer. At least my adventure. Let's go and save the greatest wizard worm.
As you continue on your journey through the labyrinth, you hear a faint cry for help. It's the voice of Wizard Worm, a wizened old sage who has helped you on many occasions. You realize that he must be in danger and you need to hurry to his aid. You and SpongeBob sprint through the twisting corridors of the labyrinth. But the echoes of the cry make it difficult to pinpoint the location of your friend. Suddenly, you find yourself in front of a dark and foreboding chamber. As you cautiously approach the entrance, You hear a chorus of eerie whispers and ominous footsteps from within. You know that you're walking into a trap. But you also know that Wizard Worm needs your help. You take a deep breath and step inside, ready for whatever lies ahead. The room is lit by a flickering torch, casting shadows on the walls. In the center of the room, you see Wizard Worm, bound in chains and surrounded by hooded figures. Before you can move, the hooded figures begin chanting and the air fills with the stench of burning incense. You realize that this is a dark ritual, and you must act fast to stop it. With SpongeBob by your side, you summon all your magical powers and cast a powerful spell, breaking the chains and unleashing Wizard Worm from his captors. Together, you fight off the hooded figures and end the dark ritual. Wizard Worm thanks you both and rewards you with a magical amulet that will boost your resistance to dark magic. But as you turn to leave the chamber, you feel a chill run down your spine as the whispers from the previous room turn into a deafening cacophony. You know that the Necronomicon is near, and the horrors that lie ahead may be too much for you and your allies to bear.
Let's make a dark ritual and finally take this Necronomicon.
As you hear the deafening whispers grow louder and louder, you know that the Necronomicon is near. You realize that it's time to take matters into your own hands and perform a dark ritual to summon and capture the book. Once and for all, you and your allies gather in a clearing, far from prying eyes. You light the candles and begin to chant in a language that you don't even understand. The wind starts to pick up, and the candles flicker ominously as the incantations grow louder. Within moments, you feel a dark presence entering the circle. You can hear the book whispering and hissing, as if it's alive, but you remain focused and continue the ritual until the Necronomicon lies before you. As you go to grab it, you feel a jolt of energy run through your arm. You realize, too late, that the book has defenses of its own. Suddenly, the ground starts to shake, and the sky turns an eerie shade of purple. You know that you've made a terrible mistake. You watch, frozen in terror as the book grows larger and larger, unfolding into a horror beyond your wildest nightmares. Tentacles and eyes emerge from the book, and you feel yourself being pulled towards it. But with a sudden burst of strength, you manage to break free. You know that you need to banish the book and keep it locked away forever. You spring into action, casting a powerful spell that banishes the Necronomicon back to where it came. You breathe a sigh of relief as everything comes back to normal. As you all catch your breath, you realize that you've all grown stronger together. You've faced your greatest fears and have come out unscathed. You know that you can face anything that lies ahead of you, as long as you're together.
Well, you know this adventure will be really endless, but it's time to end it.
As you catch your breath, you realize that the journey through the labyrinth has come to an end. But not without its fair share of challenges and dangers. You and your allies reflect on the journey as you approach Wizard Worm's tower, where he eagerly awaits your return. You soon realize that your journey has left you with 3 powerful artifacts: the Belt of Beastial Might, the Magical Amulet, and the Book of Forbidden Spells. You decide to use the artifacts to protect Wizard Worm and ensure that the labyrinth is never used for evil again. With the Belt of Beastial Might, you guard the entrance to the labyrinth, making sure that no one will ever enter without your permission. You present the magical amulet to Wizard Worm, knowing that he will always be protected against dark magic. You entrust him with the Book of Forbidden Spells, confident that he will keep it safely locked away. With the artifacts in place, You know that the labyrinth and its horrors will never plague the land again. You bid farewell to your allies and depart, knowing that the world is a safer place because of your actions. As you look back on your journey, you realize that it has changed you in ways you never could have imagined. You've grown in strength, knowledge, and courage, and you know that you're ready for whatever comes your way. With a final wave to Wizard Worm, you walk off into the sunset, ready for your next adventure.
Amazing ending. You walk into the sunset, ready for your next adventure. Friends, I'm very impressed, and I really want to hear your opinion. And by the way, I will leave a link to this game in the description of this video. You can experience everything, all of that by yourself. And maybe I will even run a stream, and you will have to choose what to write and which turn the adventure will take. Well, but for now, friends, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like to this video, subscribe to see more, and I will see you in my next adventure. So meet you there, fellow travelers.